Hello, on this video I'm going to talk about C# substring. So the substring is a method from the string class that's used to extract a portion of a string. So that method always returns a entire new string. It doesn't damage the original string, it just makes a copy of a partial of that string. So let's take a look on how this works. So let's say I have a string name equals Seattle. And then I want to have a string str, which is going to be the name dot substring. So the substring methods has two main overloads. Now, once I start typing, you can tell here that there's two overloads. The first one, the one of two, is a substring with start index. And if you look at the description, it says it retrieves a substring from this instance. The substring starts a specific character and continues to the end of the string. So it starts on the index that you put, it goes all the way to the end. So now let's take a look at what an index is. So C# is a zero index language. So when it comes to positions, every single position of something starts as 0. So here in the case of Seattle, the letter S is position 0. E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So on the substring, if I want the last 3 letters, then I'm going to pass the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to pass the index 4 here. So now the string str will be a substring of name that starts at index 4 all the way to the end. So now if I just display the string str, I got the TLE. Now, if I decided to display the original string, you're gonna notice that that is unchanged. So the first one, the original one, was unchanged, and the substring is a new string, which is partial of the original string. So again, this is one of the overloads, and this overload starts with whatever index you pass all the way to the end of the original string. So the second overload, I'm going to click here on this arrow, and it explains what the second overload is. So the second overload has two parameters now. The first one is where it starts, which is the same thing as the first overload. And then the length, in other words, how many you want. So this is not where it ends, it is just how many characters you want. So I'm going to start at index 1, and that's going to start at E, and then I'm going to put a comma here, and I'm going to pass 2, because I want 2 characters after the number 1. So 1 is E, and if I want 2, it's going to give me E and A. So run it and gives me E and A. Now if I want just 1 character, in this case we start index 1, which is E, will give me just 1 character, which is only the letter E. So if I run, I only get the letter E. Now what happens if I pass more characters than what I have? So if I start at 1, for example, and I get 10, I obviously do not have 10 characters here. So in that case, it will give me an error. So you cannot get more than what you have there on the string. Alright, so that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.